think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Hi, I'm Sydney, and you're watching Sydney Shelves. I'm here today to do a book review for the book Girl at the Grave by Teri Bailey Black. Girl at the Grave comes out on August 7th. I'll leave links in the description for where you can find this book for purchase. I got my copy from NetGalley for free for an honest review. Thank you to Tortine and to NetGalley. That being said, my opinions are all my own and have not affected this review. Let's talk about plot. Girl at the Grave follows Valentine, the daughter of a local murderess in her small and unforgiving town. One day, the local preacher informs her that her mother Isabella is actually innocent. This sets off a chain of murders for which the local police are looking to blame Valentine. This is all the setup for what could have been a pretty awesome mystery thriller. Unfortunately, the author chose to focus more on the love triangle between Valentine, her best friend Sam, and Rowan, who is the son of the guy her mom murdered. Don't get me wrong, I'm really into romance. Love it when the books have some swoon-worthy kisses. But I felt like it was very obvious from the beginning who Valentine was going to choose, and so it made the whole back and forth business moot and very annoying. Overall, I decided to give plot 3 out of 5 stars. Now let's talk about characters. These are the characters that you would expect to find in your typical small town. Valentine is a senior at her local private high school, which she's there on scholarship for. She's ostracized because of who her mother is, and consequently is constantly alone. Her father is rarely there, so she's very self-sufficient. She also likes to hang out in the graveyard with the local madwoman. I really liked Valentine. I found her a pretty likable character for the most part. Yeah, she did some stupid things every now and then, but who doesn't? My only complaint with her was that she would jump to these outlandish conclusions while she was trying to solve this mystery, and I kind of wanted her to take a step back, calm down, chill, pull it together. But otherwise, I really liked Valentine. The next character is Sam. Sam is Valentine's lifelong best friend. He works at her school and prefers hard working to schoolwork. He's very in love with Valentine, but she is struggling to return his affections. This, coupled with his outrageous jealousy, makes him borderline emotionally abusive. I really wanted to like Sam because I really love the best friend trope, but he would say things with the intent of hurting Valentine, so instead I kind of wanted to punch him in the face. Next is Rowan. He is top in his class, privileged, and rich. This is pretty much your setup for your pretty rich boy trope. However, Rowan was something different. He's the son of the guy that Valentine's mother murdered, but he doesn't look at her with disdain. He looks at her with love. He's cared about her for a long time. I love him because he has a personality and he actually has goals and dreams and flaws, and he's not just a type. He's not a prototype that someone dreamed up and plopped into this novel. He's real. And so I really enjoyed Rowan as a character. And the rest of these characters are what I would call your typical small town cast. Think Gilmore Girls, but with a very hostile and more secretive version of Taylor. I really enjoyed seeing all their interactions and just the way they played off of each other. I did not like that Valentine's dad was never there, and that she had like one good adult in her life, and even that adult was also barely there or mentioned, and it just kind of rubbed me wrong, YA books with their missing parents. But overall, I did enjoy this small town cast, so I gave characters 4 out of 5 stars. Next, let's talk about world building. Girl at the Grave takes place in the late 1800s. There's a lot of time period talk so that you know it takes place before the 19th century. They talk about things like women's rights being an issue, girls not being able to attend college, about how they executed people by hanging. I really felt like I got a feel for the time period and what was going on. I couldn't tell you, though, what year this took place in if you held me at gunpoint. Sorry about that. And I also didn't really see the point in making it a historical book, except for just to make it historical. I think it was supposed to add to the suspense level of the book, but she kind of dropped the ball when it came to the mystery part, and I think it would have been just as swell to make it set in modern day. So I gave world building a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Next, let's talk about writing style. I don't have much to say about the writing style, except for to say that it was easy to read, very digestible, and the sentences did flow well together. But it was boring at times and just kind of all right. I wasn't superly impressed with the story, but I would pick up another novel by Black. This is her debut novel, and so I'm interested to see what she writes in the future. I gave writing style a 3 out of 5. Finally, let's talk about personal enjoyment. I felt kind of medium about this book. I wasn't so bored that I DNF'd it, or I didn't hate it, but I also wasn't racing towards the finish line either. I wasn't overly invested in this story to the point of loving it to death. I found the drama to be very mundane and totally could have done without the love triangle. But I was interested in the small town aspect, just the way that they interacted with each other, as I've mentioned before. So I ended up giving Personal Enjoyment a 3 out of 5. Overall, I gave Girl at the Grave 3.5 stars. I think if you're looking for the next big YA thriller, you're going to be sorely disappointed. But if you just want something with a little small town drama, then this might be right up your alley. If so, I hope you pick up Girl at the Grave. I hope this review was informative. Leave me a comment down below letting me know if you plan to pick up Girl at the Grave. Remember that my social medias are always linked in the description box. I hope you're having a good day. I'll see you in the stacks. Goodbye!